And welcome, everyone. Welcome to Learn to Trade. My name is Kevin Tate, and today's broadcast is titled A Look at the Newer Style Bunn ICB Twin Brewer Programming slash Calibration. I figured I'd share a few of these clips that I took during a install that I was doing. I had to replace a Bunn dual TF brewer with this new Bunn ICB twin brewer. And the reason was due to the initial install of the Bunn dual TF. They noticed that the equipment had some damage from shipping, so the uh, the service provider wasn't able to get that one up and running, possibly due to the damage that it took in the shipping process. So they requested to have this ICB twin install done. So I went ahead and did that. Um, but it was pretty interesting because it was a newer style ICB twin with the touch screen on it. And it was pretty interesting. So I just want to go over a few of the steps in the programming process and the calibration process. It's fairly simple, and they they did a good job with it. I feel it was all pretty clear going through the calibration process with it and everything. As you can see here, I've already have it hooked up. It's refilling right now, so the tank is filling, and the unit won't operate until it reaches the proper water level, and then it'll go into heating mode. But as you can see, it has these units can take a number of different recipes. So this one has the Starbucks recipe. Some of them you'll find they'll have the Starbucks recipe. They'll have Dunkin' Donuts recipe. Um, a few others they will have available in the settings. But for this one, it's geared towards Starbucks, because this location, this was actually a hospital, in the cafeteria area of a hospital, and they prefer to use the Starbucks brand. So you have your brand up top, listed up top, and then you have your levels. This unit only provides two levels, medium and large. And just to let you know that when the level that you choose will be highlighted in blue with like a blue outline, so that way you know which level coffee is brewing. And then down here it indicates to you the mode of operation. If it's right now it's filling, so it's in fill mode. Then now in this clip it's heating, so it's in heat mode. And this works off of this unit's working off of 210 degrees, I'm sorry, 210 volts AC. It gets up to 205 degrees. So right now it's in heat mode, and really doesn't take it long to heat. But to on this screen here, no matter which screen you're on, if you want to if you need to go into the program menu or the service menu, you just press and hold this Bunn icon. Press and hold that, and then it'll go to the next screen, enabling you to choose which settings you would like to go into. And you'll see that in a few moments. Yeah, right here. So it'll go here, go to machine settings, and then you can go to regional settings, you can go to brew settings, you can go to brewer settings, and server settings. That server settings is mainly to select the size server that you're going to be using. The size that this location is using is 1.5 gallon server, so that's already put into the server settings, so the machine knows how to go about calibrating it when you're setting the calibration. And to go into calibration, you would go into brew settings. See here, I'm up in brew settings, and this will allow you to go into brew mode. It can either do cold, it can do cold brew or hot brew, and the check mark, I think you can see that. There's a little check mark there. You can see that check mark indicates which one you're on. So we're going hot. So you just tap that, and then the check mark will come up. And then the tank set, that's the tank set temperature, is 200. I believe I may have brought it up to 205. But 200 is fine just as well. That's for the tank's set temperature. And the ready temp, when it'll be ready to brew, is when it'll hit 195. So when when that brewer hits 195, then it'll say ready to brew. And then you have your brew lockout option, which you usually want to click on that. With this being a hospital and there being children around in the cafeteria and stuff like that, and general public self-serve section, which is right over next to this brewer, you want to go ahead and check the brew lockout. That way the funnel is locked out, but there's a solenoid valve up top that pushes out a bar, and then that'll stop that brew, that funnel from being pulled out. No one will be able to pull that funnel out while it's brewing. So you go ahead and make your choices here. The recipe temperature, I've already set the recipe in general for the brewer, so I didn't set the recipe temperature, because the brewer itself is set at 200. And then you just make your choices, and then you press save, and then it'll tell you it's saved. Yeah, and see, the next here is the brew settings. I did put that temp up to 207, and then the ready temp is 202. And then press save. And then here you can see that the unit is heating still on a large batch. Now, after it's heating, you can go ahead and do a test brew just to see what your water level is coming up to. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just checking my water level. I have my thermometer here to test the temperature of the liquid coming out, and I'm doing a large batch, so I'm letting that go. And then right here, this icon, the Bunn icon, it'll go as it's brewing. This white filled area, it'll fill up as it's filling the server. It'll fill up, and then when it fills up completely, it totally fills this black area right here. It totally fills it in, and then you up. Let me see if I can get it up close. It'll give you the brew time. It'll give you the time that is remaining for the brew cycle to finish. This one here, you can see it's pretty much set up just like the Bunn Dual DBC brewers. You know, it has the hot water faucet down here, right in the center. It's got the main power shut off underneath this center piece right here. You know, but it's a new, it's a newer design. It's got the smart funnel technology, so it's aware if the funnel's in or not. It'll give you a notice to check the funnel before you brew to make sure you have a fresh bag of coffee in there. Yeah, then right here it's heating back up again while it's filling. That way the recovery time is not too much. Once this pot's done, it'll be heated up already. And right here is the spray head calibrations. So you can go into calibrations in the advanced mode on the service menu, and you can go in your spray head calibration. You can calibrate your spray head. You can calibrate the bypass valve, you know, which also goes into the dispenses into the server also. And right here I have my new flow rates set. I have those set. I got the left side saved, and then I'm going to save the right side later. Yeah, and then right here, I'm doing now I'm doing the bypass calibration. So the bypass calibration is almost done here, and then I'll do the right side bypass calibration to calibrate that bypass. And this is the menu that you would go to when you go to the brew settings, and you can go into advanced settings, and then it'll bring you here where you can go to your recipes. You can go to machine settings. You can go into service menu. Then you go into calibrations and import export. You can import or export like anything that's on the machine. You can export it to a USB, or you can import information into the machine with a USB. It's over on the upper right hand side of the machine, the USB port. So I mean, it's put together pretty nice, and it's pretty user friendly. So you know, I was pretty pleased with the way it went with the install. Then here I switched over to go to check my medium batch. I have the right side is halfway there, so that's just finishing up, and then the left side I'm going to do a medium batch just to check the levels and make sure the levels are good before I head out. And then here, this is how it looks with the servers in it, and my levels are pretty good. People were this one is still brewing here, but people were coming up and getting coffee while I was just still watching this brew. So it was a pretty busy place. And then this is the finished product here. It's right next to the freestyle machine. They have a little soda cooler next to the freestyle, so people could get bottled drinks from the cooler, or they can get the fountain drinks from the freestyle. And they got a Hoshizaki ice maker up top, and then now the new brewer next to it. So it's a pretty nice setup that they have in there. And I wanted to go over this just to kind of show you a little bit about the programming and calibrations and stuff like that. And again, this is the ICB Twin. Okay, they do have the ICB singles also, where it's just a single brewer. But most commercial sites like hospitals, schools, school cafeterias, businesses, they're using these twins. So I'm feeling that you're probably, if you're out in the field now, you're probably going to start seeing a lot of these going into the commercial C-stores like 7-Eleven, Cumberland Farms, Speedways, Sunoco's, Mobiles, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you're going to start seeing a few of these being installed in some of these establishments, because they're a nice machine and easy to work with. So that's all I had. I just wanted to present that to you all. I hope that was some helpful information to some of you. If you're out there in the field, again, be on the lookout for these. You may have even seen them already, but this was one of the first newer ICB installs that I've done. So if you're a service provider with Bunn, more than likely you'll start getting calls to service these or to install them also. So that's all I have, everyone. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your comments. Please keep them going. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you all. Take care and stay blessed. Oh.